been through some things, okay? He had a big match in Rise about a month ago against Fandango. It didn't go his way. He looked to make a big splash in the NWA Exodus Pro up in Cleveland. It didn't necessarily go his way. And we're seeing the personality of Hendricks splinter a little bit and go into almost another dimension. And Devon Devine, very, very sure of himself. Very, I mean, what adjective would you use, BC, to talk about Devon Devine?
Stupendiferous would be one of them.
I am sorry I asked. That was my mistake. Apologize to everybody in Indie Wrestling US.
Devon Devine, along with Chris Taylor, has been running havoc in RWA lately. I mean, Devon Devine, one of the most insufferable human beings I've ever met.
Listen, they've been causing so many problems back there. They took my ex-mentor, Norm Connors, out of retirement. Now everything's crazy.
Yes, you have no idea. Seeing Norm Connors come out of retirement, especially due to, of course, Devon Devine running his mouth, but Jason Hendricks now getting some love from the crowd here.
Equally timed intervals between entrances at 60 seconds for a new athlete to come in. We're more than halfway to number 3 as well. There'll be 15 in total. Whoever's left standing at the end after over-the-top rope eliminations will get a shot in that 2025 scramble. Say what you want about either of these men. These two have the longest odds, gentlemen.
That's right, and now Jason Hendricks has Devine in the corner, punching him right in the ribs. Here we go. Who's going to be the next competitor? I'm excited.
Entrant number 3.
Uh-oh.
Well, Hendricks is in trouble in the early going, and
oh boy. The peak performer.
The peak performer, Preston Everest.
And a pit fight veteran, and somebody who I think has, in my opinion, one of the most underrated athletes in the Pittsburgh area. Preston Everest is money waiting to be cashed, but check this out. Hendricks has stopped Everest in his tracks.
Yeah, I mean,
how did he do that?
He literally put his hands up, and then Everest running over and starting to take out the Vine here.
Doc, something to be said about the power of persuasion, right? Was there something about Hendricks, maybe the look in his eyes, his body language, that Everest thought was welcoming or comforting in some way?
That's the thing. Preston Everest was going for a gut shot, and when he looked up into the eyes of Hendricks, that's all it took. That's all it took. And now these two, again, staring each other down.
And Doc, I have to believe that wasn't something premeditated based on Preston's body language. He mentioned that. He went in for a shot on Hendricks, and now it's almost like Everest is entranced by what Hendricks is doing.
Yeah, he's just like intrigued here, and now he's actually helping Hendricks try to eliminate Devine here.
Strange bedfellows in the Bobcat Brawl, and we're 4 seconds away from finding out who's number 4.
Yeah, Preston Everest also, real quick, this year's WWII Trophy winner here in 2PW. And right now, who is next? Uh-oh.
He is the natural Canon Christopher.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a number of years since in IWC we've seen a talent progress as quickly and naturally as Kanan Christopher, a young rookie who is directly responsible, BC, for the end of Jock Sampson's career.
Well, as a wise man once said, boo-hoo-hoo, Jock Sampson is gone, and in the wake of that is a superstar in Kanan Christopher. You talk about your DJZs, you talk about your Wardlows, your Britt Bakers, rookie years that made an impact. This could be the biggest impact of a rookie year of all time.
Kanan Christopher, I mean, he's a naturally gifted athlete, and he is showing that right now. He's taking out everybody in this Bobcat Brawl, and right now he is just taking it to Preston Everest, the peak performer, has him going up. Vicious suplex. I mean, my God, every move power-based, Joe.
I love the snap on that suplex. This man just has a handle on all forms of athleticism and how to utilize his body as an offensive weapon. And Hendricks is using his powers of persuasion again here, and Kanan has stopped.
I literally want to know what Hendricks is doing to this, but I don't think it was enough there.
Kanan's a little more headstrong than Hendricks expected.
Entrant number 5.
Oh boy, that is Careless Whisper.
He is the sexy, talented dude, Cory, Futuristic.
Well, no doubt when I think STD, I think Cory Futuristic.
When I think of the future, I think of Wham.
And right now, Cory Futuristic, back elbow. Elbow axe handle. You know, Cory Futuristic was wandering around the building earlier confused. wondering why Chest Flexor is actually teaming with the Outlaws instead of his own partner here.
To be fair, that's what Cory does every day. He just shows up and wanders around confused.
And right now, he doesn't look too confused here. I think he knows what he has to do to win this Bobcat Brawl. If Canon Christopher now throws him over, could that be it?
He's holding on.
Yeah, Christopher, what, 6'2 or 3, 240 or 50? This guy packs a lot of power. Cory Futuristic might want to evade him, but Cory is the X factor here. He doesn't think like anybody else. He doesn't act like anybody else. He doesn't even dance like anybody else. This guy's nuts.
He also has a bionic forearm, which he laid into Christopher's spine, and you can see over there, Canon Christopher still in a little bit of pain as he chokes away on Jason Hendricks, and now Cory Futuristic, taken out by Jason Hendricks.
Doc, I was there when Cory suffered that broken arm, and it changed him.
Entrant number 6.
Oh boy.
The Gigabyte Grizzly, Brohemoth.
It's a pit fight veteran. Brohemoth is back in the pit fight again, and all the dynamic just changed as this powerhouse unloads.
Move over, Bowser and Dwayne. That is your final boss when it comes to the Bobcat Brawl. My goodness. And Brohemoth now just coming in with authority, always looking for a good fight, and man, has he found one.
I think we got a new odds-on favorite. How about you, BC?
Well, he's going to get a fight there with Canon Christopher.
Look at these two hosses going at it in the ring, back and forth, delivering those rights, and oh, what a vicious headbutt by Brohemoth. Oh, back elbow. And right now, nobody has been eliminated yet, Joe. This is what makes this interesting.
Yeah.
Nobody yet.
Well, imagine what happens if we get to the end, all 15 athletes are in the ring at once. It could get a lot more dangerous before it gets better.
Well, hey, maybe Devon Devine's going to throw them all out at once. Then he can start throwing people two at a time. It's very easy to throw children out of a battle royal.
There's no children entered the Bobcat
Leave
Brawl.
the children alone,
Well,
for God's
not
sake.
yet.
Teach your children well.
I don't claim any children. in my life.
Entrant number 7.
Thanks to David Lawless getting me off that case. I don't anyway.
Enough about him.
Hyperdrive, Matthew Yeager.
And this guy's not afraid of anything. He was declared legally dead a few years ago after, was it BC, a cliff diving accident?
Yeah, it was base jumping, and I think they should have just stopped there.
And now, no love for Jason Hendricks as from before, as Matthew Yeager, also known as the calculated risk. Here he goes. Look at this aerial assault this youngster has. He is making an impact in Pittsburgh Independent Wrestling.
Oh, without a question, Yeager is one of a few that is absolutely a star to watch. But Brohemoth, you can watch him chokeslam Yeager on his head.
Yeah, certainly Matthew Yeager under the guise of, or excuse me, under the skill set of maybe a Facade or a Gory.
Preston got it.
Brohemoth handing choke slams out like hamburgers. My goodness, he's just delivering the goods here tonight.
Okay, somebody that has felt the wrath of Brohemoth, not the one you want to be on the bad end of. Certainly not those headbutts.
Yeah, I mean, Brohemoth is known for that headbutt. I mean, he is known to just take out people's teeth with that. And Devon Devine is in the worst place he can be right now.
Number 8.
Oh, here we go.
The Bearcat, Keith Hart.
Another pit fight veteran. Keith Hart always looking to have a good time, but nothing fun about the Bobcat Brawl. It's all physicality.
And he is just delivering it to Brohemoth right now. Oh, here we go. Big elbow by Bearcat Keith Hart.
Those open hand palm strikes, martial arts style. Bearcat can hurt you so many ways. Unassuming, mild-mannered outside the ring, but get Keith in the right mindset. Keith is dangerous.
Yes, this individual, what a brawler they are. And as they deliver all these shots right now to Canon Christopher, he is not only just a hell of a wrestler, also one hell of a dungeon master.
And listen, Keith, with that low center of gravity, could make them an odds-on favorite in this matchup. It's going to be a lot harder to get Keith over that top rope.
That's right, that size, that frame of this individual, Keith Hart, as they right now are just about to give Canon Christopher a face full of love. Oh my goodness.
Look, he's all up in there.
That was 2 scoops.
Oh my God.
Of Keith Hot.
Entrant number 9.
Oh, here we go.
The Italian strongman, Gianni Michael Enrico.
Oh, this is somebody who has so much potential. 6'2", 245, fastest rising Italian prodigy in all of professional wrestling.
Yes, the Italian strongman Gianni Enrico making waves in Pittsburgh Independence as he makes a wave right out of Keith Hot right there at that shoulder block. The Italian strongman has been taken under Patrick Hayes' wing as his new ace. Johnny Norse, he took out Johnny Norse last month in RWA. And like I said, Enrico, already one of the most hated individuals in West Newton, Pennsylvania.
That's a hell of an eye for talent for Patrick Hayes. I got to say, Enrico's making headlines everywhere he goes. He was telling me earlier he's got a big matchup set up with Rhino in a couple of months. So certainly some big stakes coming in this man's career. But that's assuming he gets through the Bobcat Brawl 100%. And Hendricks trying to use some of his whimsical ways to manipulate Brohemoth. It didn't work. Look at this. Hendricks could be the first one out.
He is holding on for dear life, but Preston Evers actually saving Hendricks.
Well,
Again, that's
Entrant
on.
number 10.
Was somebody eliminated?
Devon Devine.
Oh, there goes BC's pick.
He is the inspiration for the next generation and the leader of the Angel Army, Pat Angel.
Well, let's see if Pat Angel
Devon Devine eliminated.
Thanks, Hank. It's just his second appearance here in the Pittsburgh area. Trained in Knox Pro over in California by Rikishi and JTG. Pat Angel is here leading the fans he calls the Angel Army.
That's right. He's excited to fly through the skies. And can he fly through this Bobcat Brawl? As right now, him and Jaeger kind of a little bit of a chess match here, Joe. Oh, no. And, of course, Preston Evers ruined everybody's fun.
No, wait, can Devon still throw out women and children?
I don't want to know what Preston Everest is going to do in his spare time.
No, Devon, not Preston. You're on third base.
Well, Preston was almost
Gianni
eliminated.
Michael Enrico eliminated.
No, wait a minute, that wasn't fair. I didn't see that. That doesn't count.
Johnny Enrico's out of there. Preston Everest was able to hang on, though. Devon Devine, you can talk to him later.
And right now, as you can see, it's still getting, it's not light yet. There's still a lot of competitors in here. Only 2 eliminated so far. And right now, who's our next competitor coming to the ring?
Entrant number 11.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Brohemoth is gone.
Brohemoth eliminated. Approaching the ring, the CRG, Curtis Ray Gotti.
Well, he's a little bit country. He's all Cory Futuristic's out of here. The cash cow, Curtis Ray Gotti, little country, little city, best of both worlds. We'll see if this hybrid
Cory
personality
Futuristic eliminated.
can score big in the Bobcat Brawl, get the qualifying spot.
Joe, don't take anything away from Curtis Ray Gotti, especially that amateur wrestling background as Jaeger. Look at the agility, the strength of him holding on, the calculated risk. My God.
Anybody else would have been eliminated. Jaeger finds a way to hang on.
And right now, Keith Hot and Curtis Ray Gotti were planning something, but no, missile drop kick by Jaeger, taking out Christopher.
I don't think Gotti and Hot knew what to make of that.
European uppercut by Gotti, the notorious one, CRG, now delivering those forearms, and now the peak performer getting double teamed by both Hot and Gotti.
Well, the longer this matchup goes on, gentlemen, you're going to start to see that fatigue set in. Individuals like Hendricks, Everest, Canon have been in there a while, and we still got more to come.
Yes, take nothing away from both
Entrant number
Everest
12.
and Hendricks, especially. They're still in here. They are still in this matchup. Who do we await next here for the Bobcat Brawl?
Whoever it is, they've got a tall order ahead of them based on the talent in this ring right now.
It just get cold in here.
It did.
It's getting very cold in here. That music's very familiar. Oh, God.
The Shadow Ghoul, Adam Hex.
Well, you want to talk about an X Factor, somebody who can disrupt this whole entire matchup. How do you fight against a guy like Adam Hex?
built from just destruction. He was actually born in a city that actually creates war machines. And he's showing what kind of machine he is. Adam Hex, one of the most devilish individuals I've seen in this squared circle, making an impact at 2PW right now. And he is just, it looks like he's at an all-you-can-eat buffet right now. My good, look at the sadistic look. But as Jason Hendricks tries to take him out here, and it's taken 3 men to try to take out Hex.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the smart thing to do right now.
Hex was ruling the ring, marking his territory, but Hendricks, the opportunist, picks his spot. Hendricks, to me, may be the main story throughout this brawl so far. And Christopher, his ability to stand up to Hendricks.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? A lot of alliances being made. You know, you have Gaudy and Hot, and Christopher here. What is this?
Well, you gotta find a way to survive, and sometimes it's let's take care of the rest of them and then fight amongst ourselves. But now, number 13 moments away.
Entrant number 13. The Ebony Sensation, Paris Sahara.
Paris Sahara making her way to the ring, and she has a huge task ahead of her if she wants to win this brawl, and she just takes out Adam Hex.
Paris Sahara, the melanated star seed, is very spiritual and uses something called the carnelian crystal that enhances creativity and energy. And certainly, you speak about the spirituality, the energy, the kismet in the world, all working together for a common goal. It could be in Paris Sahara's corner for a victory tonight.
You see that bulldog delivered to Jaeger, and Paris Sahara, she is in control here. And I mean, think about it. These fresh people that keep coming in, Joe, are just, it's taking that toll, that wear and tear that you talked about earlier, especially with Hendricks, Everest, Christopher. You know, these guys have been in there since the beginning.
And there went Gotti.
Oh, no.
Curtis Ray Gaudy eliminated.
Jaeger in trouble courtesy of Sahara, but again, Jaeger finds a way back in. Sahara has such an intensity in all of her offense.
Kane and Christopher holding on.
Yeah,
Pat Angel.
Wow, the natural
Kane and
eliminated.
Christopher eliminated. Entrant number 14.
And my God, right now, there's a triple man threat here on Jaeger. They are trying to take out the calculated risk. Matthew Jaeger.
And look who's guiding it. Look who's leading it. It's Hendricks. If anybody, it's going to be Hendricks.
He is Platinum Tyler Brooks.
Well, this is a young man that's done some very impressive work in IWC. The ladies love him. He's got a lot of energy to him. Tyler Brooks, I believe the youngest man on this card tonight, BC, but he's bringing that energy and he's bringing that fighting spirit.
No doubt this kid said he wants to be the cream of the proverbial crop here at the Bobcat Brawl. He got a great number.
Yeah,
so you got to give him credit there. I mean, well, not credit. It was a random drawing. He didn't win the number.
Well, no, but the luck is on his side, and we'll see if it can turn to a victory. Keith Hot, Paris
Adam
Sahara
Hex
battle.
eliminated.
Hex has been taken out. Bodies are flying. You can tell that fatigue is setting in as we're 27 seconds away from entrant 15.
Wow, did you see that kick from Sahara?
Yeah, Paris Sahara was in dangerous, dangerous waters right there, able to get back into the ring.
Oh, and here we go. Oh, and already Tyler Brooks taken out.
That's an upset.
Tyler Brooks eliminated.
Angel and Jaeger working together. What about that for an alliance?
So much for that cream of Tyler Brooks, just right down to the bottom shelf, I guess.
I mean, you know, you got 2 aerial assault when it comes to Pat Angel and Matthew Jaeger. That's a dangerous combination right there.
The final participant, number 15.
Who's it going to be? Oh, my God.
Vic Braun.
That is thick with 2 C's.
And who's going to throw this guy over the top rope? Who's going to outpower Vic Vic?
Vic Braun, a staple in Prospect Pro Wrestling, actually taking out his own tag team partner and ending his career in VJ Hells as he makes his way into this Bobcat Brawl. And oh my goodness,
and I'm
the Bearcat ate all of that one.
I'm willing to bet, Doc, when he took his partner out, no remorse and no hesitation, right?
That's exactly right, especially Thick Vic Braun. Welcome to Planet Thickness, as look at the power.
Oh, he got Keith Hart out!
Keith Hart eliminated.
That individual thrown out, and also Paris Sahara chucked out. My goodness, we're getting a little light here. in the Bobcat Brawl.
Sahara eliminated.
Oh, Pat Angel in trouble.
No.
Peak Performer trying to get, and there you see the alliance of Jaeger paying dividends.
That's right, starting to choke the Peak Performer, and now Angel and Jaeger double teaming the Peak Performer, Preston Everest.
Interesting that the alliance of Jaeger and Angel, the alliance of Hendricks and Everest, has boded well for both of those, and I think Vic Braun is just an alliance all by himself.
Exactly. I mean, look at this powerhouse go. As right now, Preston Everest has his hands full trying to take out Pat Angel, and oh my goodness, he's rigging the eyes, doing whatever he can, and Vic Braun has his hands full with Jason Hendricks, but he is just stomping away, and Angel eliminated.
And then there were 4.
My God.
Pat Angel eliminated.
It is Braun, Jaeger, Hendricks, Everest.
And the freshman is definitely Vic Braun. He drew number 15. Can he take advantage of that?
Hendricks gazing over at Jaeger, wondering if he's friend or foe. Jaeger looking at Braun, saying, hey, let's even these odds.
Right now, I mean, if you're thinking Braun and all, wait a minute, an alliance has been made by Jaeger and Braun, as right now, the last final 4 here in his Bobcat Brawl. My God. Could you ever imagine Everest and Hendricks lasting this long in here?
I couldn't imagine them on the same page this long. Notice it was Hendricks that coaxed Everest over into the corner. He still directed traffic, and Jaeger from the blind side.
Thank goodness, the calculated risk. Matthew Jaeger, kick to the midsection. There's that agility and moonsault. And a beauty. My God.
Everest and Hendricks have both been in excess of 15 minutes, but Hendricks just tossed Jaeger.
Matthew Jaeger eliminated.
Jaeger is in shock.
Why are you laughing, BC?
Oh, I never saw it coming. What a dummy.
Maybe Hendricks glanced over at BC, too. BC's picking up on those vibes, but Vic Braun doesn't care about your vibes. Vic Braun wants to hurt you.
Hey, he's a cool man.
What a mistake. And here we go. Both in opposite corners, and Vic Braun, like a bull in a china shop, up in, big splash to Hendricks. And another one to Everest.
Well, you better be down with the thickness.
And right now, Vic Braun in control. Can he do it? He is definitely the front runner here, drawing number 15, and noggin knocker, and taking out both Hendricks and Everest. My God.
And both Everest and Hendricks out of sorts. It could be easy pickings for Thick Vic. Preston. And Preston grabs onto Vic's head. Nearly had him out.
Oh, my goodness.
But look at this precarious territory. One wrong move and you're out of there.
And this is for both of these guys. Both of these guys over that top. Chops for everybody. And did you hear the chop from Vic Braun? And super kick by Hendricks.
Vic Braun eliminated.
Hendricks got enough to get Braun out of there. And look where we're at. The alliance that started this matchup. Hendricks, who came out number 2, and Everest, who I believe was number 3, are now the last 2 in the Bobcat Brawl. A spot in a championship scramble at stake. And Hendricks begins to weave his web. Preston, we're still friends.
Preston Everest, I will say, knowing him, his mind games, everything about him. What is this? No. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no. Preston reversed it. The power of persuasion backfired.
Anytime. 23 minutes, 21 seconds. Your winner of the final slot in the championship scramble match at Pit Fight 2025. And the winner of the Bobcat Brawl, the peak performer, Preston Everest.
Preston Everest was under the spell of Jason Hendricks and his persuasive ways until he snapped out of it and remembered why he came here in the first place. Preston Everest just leveled up to an even higher peak.
I know, and getting that final slot in that championship scramble is Preston Everest. In my God, Joe, he's confused himself. I mean, I think he's been under the influence, under the trance of Jason Hendricks, and he still can't believe it.
Man, this is trippy.
This is a whole new version of Preston Everest. Preston Everest is a very insufferable human being, very angry, very driven, but he can't believe that he is the winner tonight of this Bobcat Brawl.
It may take Everest a little bit to snap out of this. Maybe he needs some demons exorcised. But bottom line is, Preston Everest lives up to that potential we've known he's always had, and no matter who or what is inside his head, we know Preston Everest will be in the 2025 Championship Scramble.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.